How I was robbed while selling a PC. It was a completely normal conversation on Facebook Marketplace, and the client offered to meet at the parking lot. It's the regular one, but at one moment he changed the address twice, and we meet near the apartment, and I didn't understand why, but we met. We going downstairs at the basement apartments, and at one moment he right at this place, pick up my computer and started to run. I tried to knock him down, but he took out a gun, and I was forced to stop chasing him. It was very scary.
Alright guys, so we got to talk about a video that's going viral of a Ukrainian refugee breaking down, crying in tears after getting robbed by two black guys, right? This is what he says, right? After getting robbed by two black guys, he's breaking down in tears because unfortunately for him, when he came to America, he moved to Minneapolis, aka Little Somalia. Take a look.
A few minutes ago, I tried to sell the gaming PC one of my customers, and they robbed me. Wow! Tried to sell a PC. Woohoo! Boy. Two black guys like said, oh, let's go meet in this apartment. Oh, we need to test your PC. We go downstairs, and I'm okay going, like showing the cable management. In one moment he took my PC and ran away. I tried to catch him, I got him, and he showed me the gun. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? You saw on my TikTok, you saw on my Facebook page, I'm a refugee from Ukraine. I lost everything because of Russia and lost, $700. Maybe this is not too much, but for me it's many. Oh gosh. It's so scary. It was so scary to saw the gun. It was so scary.
Yeah, so you seen that, you heard that. Now, I want to say this first and foremost. Welcome to America, right? Welcome to America, where stories like this are very, very, very common, okay? Down to even the description of the suspects, okay? I'm just saying, I mean, this is what he said. I'm not saying it. That is what he said. He is in Minneapolis, okay? And we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But, yeah, this is a welcome to America moment where, yeah, you see kind of what is happening in these inner liberal cities, okay? These people don't care if you're a refugee, if you are an entrepreneur, if you're a small business owner trying to, just make some money for your family or whatever. Yeah, they'll rob you, right? They will rob you quick, fast, in a hurry, okay? So, with your welcome wagon, I hope you learned a valuable lesson, which is to, first and foremost, stay strapped, right? Learn about the Second Amendment, okay? Even though I'm not sure what the, gun laws are in Minneapolis. I'm not sure how strict they are. And also, two, don't go to the hood to sell PCs, right? Sell a PC out in public, in some public place or area, even though you'll probably get robbed out there too. But I'm just saying, there are some valuable lessons to be learned here. You're in Minneapolis, which is a city that ever since the pandemic has been crime ridden. Now, again, there's been some, positive developments over the last, year or so in regards to the crime rate. However, overall, since the pandemic, crime has skyrocketed in this city, particularly since the George Floyd ification of the city / America. Take a look.
Encouraging numbers when it comes to Minneapolis crime, with homicides and most other violent crimes down in 2022. As we start a new year, Lou Raguse looked back on what that trend could mean for the weeks and the months ahead. Lou?
Well, Lauren, there's no question the numbers are not nearly as low as they were 4 or 5 years ago. But compared to 2021, shootings were down 8%, gunshot victims down 17%, and carjackings down 20%. 2022 came to a close in Minneapolis with 81 homicides, according to Minneapolis police crime stats, compared to 93 last year and 84 in 2020. It's still significantly higher than the 48 homicides reported in 2019. But Bishop Richard Howell from the Shiloh Temple in North Minneapolis says he can feel progress.
Without question, there is a feeling that things are improving.
The slight reduction in homicides reflects a nationwide trend, although St. Paul recorded a record number of 40 compared to 38 in 2021. In Minneapolis, there have been a lot of changes over the last year, including organizational moves at MPD, joint task force operations in the city, and an increase in violence interrupter groups on the streets. Bishop Howell points to two things in his community: a church buying a problem gas station and the Attorney General pursuing action against a liquor store that was often the scene of gun violence.
So I think that everyone in this community who really are great citizens are binding together to see our community return to us in the way it should be.
Minneapolis's 4th precinct in North Minneapolis saw a 29% drop in homicides last year, second only to the 3rd precinct in South Minneapolis, where the bulk of the unrest following the death of George Floyd occurred. Bishop Howell is optimistic for his community, as well as the entire city in 2023.
Does it remain to be seen? Yeah, I think the judge and jury is still out on that. But I'm feeling pretty confident that, thank God, I don't think we're going to see a repeat that we've seen in the earlier years.
Although Minneapolis's 81 homicides were an improvement from last year, the low mark was set in 2009 with just 19 homicides that year. Lauren.
Lou, thank you.
Yeah, so when it comes to this conversation about Ukraine, okay, I understand that, Minneapolis isn't necessarily the best city, and this guy who's a refugee is over here in America because of the war in Ukraine. But I got to tell you, man, I feel the same way you do, right? I cry, right, or almost cry. I don't break down in tears like that with the amount of money that taxpayers have sent to Ukraine, that we collectively as taxpayers have sent to Ukraine. I mean, last year in 2022, we sent over $50 billion in aid to Ukraine. Yeah, you got robbed for $700. The American people are getting robbed for billions, right? $50 billion, okay, to Ukraine. That's how I feel about it, right? I feel like we're getting robbed. I feel like Zelensky should be a dependent on my tax returns because, again, the war in Ukraine has cost the American people a lot, right? I respect the entrepreneurial spirit, right? I respect coming over here and, starting a job and, starting a business and doing your own thing. I get that, right? I 100%, I respect it. But I'm just saying, right? You're not the only person getting robbed over here. We're getting robbed by Ukraine, okay? I mean, look, we're also giving out Social Security checks as well, too, to Ukrainian refugees who are of retirement age.
They're not paying into the system. They're not from this country. They didn't help build this country. So riddle me this. How are they getting SSI checks? The monies that are taken out of every paycheck that we get every time we get a paycheck, that chunk of money that they take. How are Ukrainian refugees getting SSI checks? Make me understand that. Please make me understand that. Because they're trying to work us until we die so that we don't get the SSI check. So how is that happening? Somebody please make me understand, because the math is not mathing.
Yeah, man. So I'm just saying, right? You're not the only one that feels like they're getting robbed here, okay? Yeah, I know that, you got robbed at gunpoint. Happens quite a bit in this country, unfortunately, because of Democrats and, the out-of-control crime in these liberal cities. It's unfortunate that that's where you decided to stay, or that's where they put you. But, I think that the average American person feels like they're getting robbed by your home country, Ukraine. And it's really not helping when you have, some people in Congress, like, for example, AOC, who's allegedly a progressive, claims to be anti-war, right? Continuing to vote over and over again for funding the war in Ukraine.
Congress members, when are you going to pull us back from the verge of nuclear war? In October, these progressives said there's a threat of nuclear war. We need to sue for peace between Russia and Ukraine. They retracted it. When will you come to the table like President Lula has, like Pope Francis has? Are you a Catholic? He's calling for a peace summit.
Be real, man. We got you. Let me say what I say first, man.
Schumer is taking us to nuclear war. We are going to nuclear war because because of these bastards. Are you gonna wake up, people?
No, we're not gonna wake up.
Tanks.
Bye-bye.
Sending it in.
Bye-bye.
NATO.
Bye. All right.
As I was saying, so
Anyway, once we won, we said we're not going to stop. We just put the crack in the dam, and now we're going to go for the whole damn thing. And then Tiffany ran for DA. She came for the whole
So do you think you're gonna win a nuclear war then? Mr. President Lula da Silva from Brazil said that he wanted countries to meet together for peace.
What does he have to do with this?
Right, because I'm telling you, because she's the woman who's sending my money to go to Ukraine so that we can have a nuclear war.
Is it okay if we go down?
But listen, I have a question though, because the Pope and President Lula are desperately trying to keep us from dying in a nuclear apocalypse. Oh my goodness. The muscle is out here. No, but I'm serious. If I die in a nuclear war, I guess that's better, right? Because we've got the AOC and everybody's cheering on and we get to talk about local politics while she sends $100 billion into Ukraine for the war.
Thank you, Father. What's up, dude?
But Bowman, I told you already and you endorsed Diane Sayre.
Yeah. So, I mean, you seen that, you heard that. Again, the Ukrainian refugee, I just want to let them know, you're not the only person that feels like you're getting robbed, right? I think the rest of this country feels like they're getting robbed as well. Welcome to the party. Just saying. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.